The Philadelphia 76ers holding out hope for their first conference finals in 18 years, but trail the Toronto Raptors 3-2 with Game 6 in Philly next. Working with John Goebel and Tom Washington tonight. They want Ben Simmons to get out and run. Harris off the Embiid screen, drives and stuffs it through.
Time about the size and length across the board for Philadelphia. Look at Toronto, right?
Oh, fortunate bounce there. It ends up in the hands. He's a former defensive player of the year. Here's Lowry, and the former Villanova Wildcat gets Toronto on the board, but got it back. Butler driving and scores this time against Green. Acquired in mid-November from Minnesota. Due to be a free agent, though, possibly after tonight. Here's Siakam at the elbow, and he banks it home.
So Kyle
picks it out, and Embiid shooting about 30% from three in the playoffs and back in the regular season. Butler got bumped and finishes through contact off the wing. This was his lowest scoring total in the series. He had a 45-point game in Game 1. Butler on the baseline. He's been their best.
Because we had Game 1 here in the first round, and they were booing in the first quarter.
Yeah. Harris for three.
Philadelphia late. What is their response?
Siakam open again, and this time he knocks it down. Siakam's first three. Siakam driving on Embiid, and
whoa,
what a shot.
How about that? Look at
13 seconds. Butler defending Leonard. Two excellent two-way players, and Leonard wins that one.
Yeah,
Ennis with numbers here. The step through, and Ibaka comes over with the rejection. Harris back to Simmons. Touch shot off the window. And
doing a great job touching the paint, playing at his pace, getting shots for his guys.
Here's Scott for three, but he missed it. Green flops, no whistle. Simmons, no look pass, and Ennis with the bucket.
Making open shots. They've had some here in the first. They've had tremendous looks. They're not knocking them down.
But Harris is his second three-pointer. Possible he could return. He'll be reevaluated next week. We mentioned TNT would have Raptors Sixers Game 7 if Philadelphia wins tonight. And great news, by the way, as Leonard hits that a week each time. It looked a lot worse when it happened.
We could see all the former NBA players reacting to it as Ben Simmons.
6 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound. And he's got 2 fouls that he's playing with as Leonard strokes it through again. He's got 8 now. This series he's only averaging about 2 points per game. Ibaka from Gasol and drops it through.
Come on, how?
Here's Ibaka, here's Butler again. Missed that time, batted out. Shot clock at 5. Simmons goes right past Ibaka, got him off his feet and finishes. Ben Simmons. He was very loose with the ball, had double-figure turnovers in one of those games. Redick catch and shoot, and the three. That's 4.
A guy who tries to stay on your hip is right there with you. He wasn't even close.
Embiid's going to try one. It's good. They are 5 away by Ennis. Now Butler gets it back to him. Ennis to the corner for Scott. Another one. Philadelphia. Remember, it was Toronto in Game 5, hit 16 threes as Kyle Lowry.
They are moving crisply and quickly on the offensive end, and this is the last piece of the puzzle. Can they get Joel started?
James Ennis, wow. Offensive rebound. So Ben Simmons off the floor getting a breather. Does have a couple fouls. Redick, how about that? Little English, spinning it home. Leonard with 8 points. They move it around off that initial double, and great look by Gasol to Siakam. It's a defender, but so smart. Developed also a three-point shot as Leonard hits the mid-range game again. Leonard off the Ibaka screen. Hesitates. Oh, what a feed to Ibaka for the slam.
Tremendous pass.
Ibaka with the board. Leonard just snatches it out of the air with his left hand, then takes it with his right, lays it. Nurse told us Kawhi's actually become more vocal in the playoffs. Ibaka gets it to go. Here come the Raptors. Toronto, the shot clock at 4. And a strip by Leonard. Lowry, great save as he was falling. Leonard takes it all the way for the slam.
This morning asked him about playing for Pop. And Tom says to him, I don't think in February, he asked people who the Toronto Raptors head coach was.
Has the Raptors one win away from their second conference finals in 4 years. Nice pass. Simmons. Butler puts it in. Ben Simmons. For Philly had a 2-1 series lead. Toronto won the next two. Sixers trying to force a game 7, which would be Sunday in Toronto. Our friends at TNT will have that. Here's Butler. Alley-oop. And Simmons with the putdown.
I really did. They're going to keep possession, but I think this ball went off him.
Here's Green, and he drills a 3 that ends that stretch. Butler, nice pass to Scott, who cut in the lane, and Butler found it. Butler's going to take this one short, chases it down, is fouled, and he banks it in! A 3-point chance for Jimmy Buckets. Siakam, nicely done with a floater.
Now,
got Butler on the switch, Leonard on Redick. Shot clock at 9. Butler gets around the claw, jumps, and hits off the glass. Butler with a great play, steals it from Leonard on the other end, flies to the rim and lays it home with 4/10 of a second.
Struggled in closeout situations in Game 6, but the last couple of years have been better closing out series on the road, which obviously is very hard to do,
especially against this talented Philadelphia.
But you can see it's playing with him a little bit. Now Philly's challenging him.
2 years ago, he made 1 3. Great move by Simmons with the right hand.
Siakam last year shot 22% from 3, 37% this year, and that one goes.
Leonard keeps the dribble against Simmons with a timer now at 3. Goes into the paint, hangs, and finishes with one hand.
Nice.
Now Butler charged with defending Lowry. Simmons stays on Leonard. Lowry gets airspace and drains a 3 to advance.
It felt to me, and I'm not going to pretend to be in Stephen Curry's head, but it felt to me
Gonna be a jump ball.
like Steph had
12-point game. Embiid trying to get free. Here's Harris with a shot clock at 4, and Harris with a terrific move in the paint. Tobias Harris.
Well, there is no doubt a different level of Leonard in the postseason.
Here's Redick. Hits a 3. Lead is back to 15.
Midway through the third here of Game 6.
Leonard keeps the dribble. Siakam at the foul line.
Harris, Butler, could this be their last games as members of the Sixers?
As Leonard takes it to the rim.
Boy, he got bumped and no good. Rebounded by Leonard. Raptors look to push it. They've got numbers. Lowry, here's Green.
4-3. It's good.
And Toronto is with an 8.
Butler. Embiid. Drive. Hangs. Can't finish. Oh, Simmons! Lefty jam! Embiid driving it. Gasol gets bumped, and it goes! 3-point opportunity for Embiid.
Averaging only 7 rebounds per game in the series.
Harris with the blow-by. Feeds the corner. It's Scott for 3. In the house here.
I love that, you guys. And she's actually awake and watching the game.
Embiid meets Kawhi in midair as he went for the lefty dunk.
16-point Philadelphia lead. Inside 3 to play in the quarter.
Embiid again rejects Kawhi. And now Simmons ahead of the pack. Soars and finishes.
There at the end of the half, Van Vliet, none of those guys have even taken a shot.
Simmons again on the attack with a right hand. Embiid, the trailer, 3 on target. Largest lead of the night for Philadelphia. Leonard feeds a cutting Siakam for 2. Here's Harris working on Lowry in the low post. Then Harris puts it in.
Baca.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you've got Mike Scott with 11 off the bench for Philly. Ennis has had a really good night with 5 points. Siakam and Leonard are doing their part, but Gasol's got one basket, Lowry 3, Green 2, and Embiid after a... Now he gets caught in the air, finds Harris.
And then Harris takes it to the rim and gets 2.
Because you're going back for game 7. You know, it's every other day. Nice little layup there by Kyle Lowry.
I mean, I have no idea what to think about game 7. The way this series has gone, when it was 2-1 Philly, it looked like the Sixers are on their way as Leonard slams, and then the Raptors win the next.
Coming in here until 5 o'clock pregame to walk through things.
Lowry's 3 is good. It's just every game with the right foot injury. And then his rookie year, when he was healthy, he was phenomenal, and then he gets hurt, and he misses.
But that guy has got a lot in his offensive arsenal.
Redick for 3.
25 points. He had that brilliant second quarter where he took control of the game. He also has 8 assists and 6 rebounds. He hasn't missed a free throw in this game. And he's taken good shots as Gasol hits. Portland hasn't been to the conference finals since 2000. Denver's last trip there was 2009. There's P.J. McConnell in the paint. There's Patrick McCaw. Miller in the lane. Nice move with the layup. Don't forget, we have another game 6 tomorrow night on ESPN. Warriors and Rockets. Kevin Durant. He's back if the Warriors beat the Rockets and make it to the conference final. We'll know more next week.
McConnell flips it up and in.
Run you've been on.
There's Jody Meeks driving and getting the layup.
Lights out as they force Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals Sunday night in Toronto. For Dorisberg, Tom Rinaldi, our entire crew, I'm Dave Pash.